Hi, welcome. This is a pre-bed practice to release tension in your body, settle your energy, and steady your mind before you go to sleep for the night. Don't need any props, but you might like to do this next to your bed so that if you choose, you can climb right on into bed for the last section. So let's come over on 2 hands and knees, and we're going to start in child's pose. Now let's take an extended child's pose. So knees wide, toes together. And you're going to walk hands forward and bow your chest down between your arms. And settle your head down. Perhaps your forehead rests on the floor. You might prefer to put a cushion underneath your forehead if that feels quite deep. And if it bothers your knees at all, you might like to lift your seat slightly and pop a pillow in between your calves and the backs of your thighs. Otherwise, we're just arriving in child's pose. And take a deep inhale, feeling the back of your body fill up, feeling your belly fill up. And then sigh it out through parted lips. And let that be a signal to your body to start releasing down into the ground. Letting your breath become slower. Inhales are full, expanding the back of your ribs, letting your belly balloon out. And with each exhale, feel as though you're sinking into the earth. Let your exhales be long, longer than your inhales. A long exhale switches our nervous system into the relaxation response. And with each exhale, imagine that you're releasing whatever has been going on today back to the earth now. And if need be, you can collect it back up to begin again tomorrow, but for now, setting it aside, letting the earth take care of it. This is time for you to rest. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Maybe creeping fingertips just a little further forward, feeling that lovely release in your armpits. And we're slowly going to rise up to all fours. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and move your knees so they're directly under your hips. And start to just explore movement here. What feels good? Let yourself just wiggle around. You might like barreling your chest around in circles. You might draw a big figure of 8, like you've got a pencil in your belly button. You might take your hips back to your heels. Maybe let your head and neck get involved so that we're moving the whole spine. Just finding any sweet spots. What feels tight? What feels delicious? Let yourself explore. Keep that long, smooth breath, particularly the long exhales. Releasing out any tension from your back. Think about the way that a fish's spine moves, that wiggling articulation. Whatever feels delicious, no right or wrong here. Couple more breaths, just exploring, just releasing. And then coming slowly back to stillness. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Swing your hips to one side and come down onto your back. With your knees bent, feet flat on the mat. And take your arms out wide. I'm a little restricted with space here. Hopefully you can spread your arms out fully. If not, you can bend your elbows and cactus your arms so that your hands are up towards your head. The elbows bent at right angles. And then take your feet wider than hip distance, as wide as the mat. Lift your hips slightly and scoot your pelvis a little bit further away from your shoulder girdle, and then wriggle your shoulder girdle a little bit up towards the head end of your mat so you've got a nice long spine. And take an inhale here in the center. And as you exhale, drop both knees over towards your left. Keep the feet wide. You might like to turn your head to the right. You might like to intensify that release down the right side of the body by reaching your right arm up alongside your ear. Let yourself settle into this side release. If you feel like you want a little bit more intensity, you can take that left foot and slide the outer edge of the left foot on top of the outer strip of the right thigh. Take it to whatever level feels right in your body. So listen to your body. Doesn't matter what shape I'm making, what feels good for you. And take about 3 more breaths here. And then slowly release the foot if you've got it on top of the thigh. Take that right arm back to its start position, center your head. And then on an inhale, slowly bring your knees to center. And as you exhale, let's take it to the other side. Knees drop over to the right. Head might turn to the left. And you might reach that left arm up alongside your ear. Settling in. Enjoying that lovely stretch down the side of the body, an area that can get quite tight throughout the day and that we often don't release much. And perhaps if you want a little bit more, you can take that right foot to the outer strip of the left thigh. Feeling the earth receive you. Check in with your face, make sure your face is soft, jaw relaxed, teeth slightly parted. Couple more breaths. And then if you've got the right foot on the thigh, release that. Take your left arm back to center, head back to center. And as you inhale, bring your knees to point straight up to the sky. And from there, I'm going to just gently wriggle the feet back so they're hip distance apart. Keep the left foot where it is and cross the right ankle just above the left knee. Flex that right foot and let the knee fall out to the side. That may be plenty, you may stay here. If you want to work into a bit more of a stretch across that left glute, you're going to start to lift the left foot away from the mat. Thread your right arm between the gap in your legs and interlace your hands either behind the thigh or around the front of the shin. And then gently draw in. Keep your head on the mat. Gently drawing in to release across the back of that right buttock. Let there be some weight in the back of your pelvis. And then release the grip of your hands. Take that left foot back to the mat under your legs. And we'll take it to the other side. Left ankle crosses above right knee. Let the knee fall out to the side. Keep that top foot flexed. And then if you're taking it to the next stage, thread the left arm between your legs as you lift the right foot away from the mat and interlacing the hands either around the back of the thigh or around the shin. Top foot stays flexed, bottom foot can be floppy. Gently drawing in to intensify if that's what's needed. And then release the grip of your hands. This time keep that right knee in towards your chest and just release the left leg alongside it so that you can hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Maybe a little rock side to side. And then take your knees wide so they're pointing towards your armpits. Flex your feet and send the soles of your feet up to the sky. Knees stay bent for happy baby. You can either take your hands to the backs of your thighs, or if it's available, you can reach up and take hold of the outer edges or the inner edges of your feet. And again, maybe just rocking side to side if that feels nice. Slow exhales. Releasing everything now that's been going on today. Moving into our final posture next before we settle into full relaxation. So release your feet back down to the mat one at a time. You might like to climb into bed at this place, or you could stay where you are. We're going to move into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. So soles of the feet together, knees fall out to the sides, and bring your hands onto your lower belly. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Open your lips, sigh it out. Release hold of any control of your breath now and let your breath just become its natural, restful rate. Feeling the gentle rise and fall of your belly against your hands. Letting your mind become mesmerized by the gentle sound of your breath. And release your hands alongside your body, palms facing up. Slide your feet away from you. Coming into our final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Place of deep rest, deep relaxation. And if you're in bed, you might like to feel yourself starting to drift away. The noise of the world getting further away as you settle into that place within yourself. Taking rest here, and I will bid you a very good night.